time there's a top 10 clash, the focus of the entire nation zooms in on a game like that. When it's a conference showdown, the stakes are even higher. The Gators will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Texas Longhorns offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know that having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense.
Breaks into the open. Past the 50. The 30. The 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Yeah, these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make stop at the 19. So Florida's offense will have its first possession of the game. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And I'm just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. Like sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure, and because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got two guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes, and so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
Got his man. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the boys of old Florida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen time periods in history in Florida where they didn't care about the run. Spurrier, just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Yeah, throw it again. Just chuck it around. But I like when they commit to the ground game, have some success to create some balance.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. To the air on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. So now it's second and long. Quarterback making checks. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're looking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Makes the grab. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on week.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Use the play fake, now to throw. Swings it out to his running back. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
This offense has it with really good field position. They go to the ground. Got some room, entered to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. And the Gators trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense...
Oh, he's got some space. He's all the way out to the 32-yard line before he's forced out of bounds. And the Longhorns will hustle to the line. Bevo is a ground-based animal, and he has to like what he's seeing right now from this running game.
Yeah, the beef up front doing their...
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
This defense got a lot of people's attention last week when they had 3 sacks. You know the offense was watching film, and they saw all these pass rushers and their abilities. They thought they had a good plan, but it's not working right now. And
the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Longhorns will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Handoff from the gun. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
How about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was done.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Caught over the middle. It's Cherry. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Lining up to convert 3rd down. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Trying to start the drive with a pass. It's complete on the right side. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. This this offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for the big play. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Does this head coach not believe in punting? Does he think punting's against the rules?
Punts it out of the air. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Caught in the backfield. It's Cherry. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today, though.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. At the 35, he's loose. It's a seam wide open. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got him.
And you want to put a winning streak together like this team has? Run the football and create explosive plays. Nice job by the offense, showing the speed. How about the blocking up front? Everybody blocking, getting a hat on the hat, creating the explosive run.
And they'll knock him down. The Gators with a second and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20. Guys, let's chat about Florida. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's...
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Washington State answered the bell away from Pullman today with an impressive victory. The Cougars knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Cherry. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Longhorns will call on their punt team. Takes it on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
And a really nice job on the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first.
Trying to burn this defensive back. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes...
And the ball's free, deep in his own territory. Almost a disaster on that return. They jump on it, and they'll maintain possession.
Oof, that's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play. I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though. This guy has really showed up in this.
Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Cherry. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Avant. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. The Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Wants to throw again. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Texas!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And they tacked on the extra point. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Working on the right. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Yeah, and I love the big tight ends because they got those big catch radius. You can throw it anywhere near them, and they're going to catch it. And break tackles, the big physicality after the run, getting some extra yards when it wasn't there.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The Gators with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
You know, a lot of offensive coordinators script the first, 5 to 10 to 15 plays. You don't usually draw that up for inside your own 10. Bad field position to start. This offense needs to come out, get a few positive plays first to get out the shadow of your own end.
There he goes. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And the Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. Off play action. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Looking to throw for it. Fires one high and deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Avant. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And the Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Had to settle for the field goal. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll run it from the gun. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. 1 more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. They get to him as he throws. Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be 2nd down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Longhorns will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Gators sending the offense back to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the 2nd half.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Here's the handoff. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll give it to the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking for a deep man. Got it inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one match...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Oh, they're after him. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing.
What a 3rd down stop by this defense. 3rd down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready, and they forced the 4th and goal.
Looking to throw. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Gators! And the beatdown has ensued. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. He wants to take the top off. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a...
He lofts one down the sideline. Catch in stride inside the 15. It's a fumble on the play.
Well, they got a really nice drive.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra 1st down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
Here comes the Texas offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Firing to the right, complete. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25. Now the play fake. Snagged out of the air. Good solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got it in the middle. It's Cherry. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to keep it in the air. Quickly out to the tight end. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. The Longhorns are on the move. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. They get it down to the 35 before he stops. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll try the right side. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. Oh, the attempt is no good. Hoping to cut into that lead, and they did not. The lead is huge. Power football with the run. Across the 45. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions. It is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Trying to pick up a first down. He wants to change this route. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Got a man. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. Now on second down. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown Gators!
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Texas. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. throws for the tight end. Got his man. Turning it on. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Unloads quickly. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
He sends 2 wideouts right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 9. Gonna look downfield again. Got his man out of the backfield. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. On the move, he fires. Touchdown, Longhorn! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Running back searching for a hole. Got enough for the 1st down. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Offense set on 1st down. They'll give it to him again. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. At 2nd, breaks into the open. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Under fire. It's complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Assuming they can wrap this one up, guys, they've served notice early in the season, winning a game like this, that this passing game will have to be dealt with.
Yeah, top 10 team, too, because everybody knew the talent they had coming back on offense, the playmakers at the skilled positions. And, David, we've seen it early this season. In this game, they've been throwing it all over the yard.
Yeah, but you do want to see it against good competition, so that's what's fun about today. Like, proving it against a really good team. We can talk about, you know, this guy's a star, this guy's a star. Now doing it like this on this stage, now I'm a believer.
They're still firing away even with this lead. Makes a grab over the middle. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams.